Syracuse, you have head coach John Desko, Matt Harris, Chris Stadio, Kevin Rice. We'll start with a short statement from Coach, and then we'll open it up for questions. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Well, not much to say other than my hats off to Maryland. I thought they really handled the pressure of coming into Carrier Dome extremely well. They had a couple, 2-3 freshmen running around out there that didn't seem to be intimidated at all, and I thought they played very well. Had a good game plan, and we know how Maryland plays. You know the style that they play, and they're going to want to be controlling on offense. Play stingy defense, and they've got an All-American goaltender. And in the second quarter, I thought that, along with the face-offs, it got away from us, and we made a lot of mental errors. And I thought we were the ones that should have played composed here in the Carrier Dome, but we didn't. A lot of mistakes defensively, rushed some things offensively, which you can't do against Maryland, their defense and their style of play. And I thought they shot the ball very well. And we came out in the third quarter trying to get it back. They came out and scored early, and ball was bouncing their way. We'd give up a rebound on a shot, and we'd pick it up, throw it in an empty cage, or going one-on-one with the goalie, and just everything was bouncing their way, and we weren't able to fight through it. So congratulations to Maryland.
Questions for Syracuse? Chris, what was that guy doing on the face-off during that stretch?
No, I mean he's a great face-off guy. You got a good start. We were going back and forth for the first couple, then he started getting away a little bit, and I got caught in a game of catch-up, and that's the last thing you want to do against a kid who's better than decent. And I started jumping the whistle a little bit to try to get back in track, and that's the last thing I should have been doing, and it cost us a few in a row. Gave them some man up, and that's kind of the key point in the middle of the game when they had possession over and over, man ups, and they started scoring. Got a lot of hands.
Chris, talk about the face-offs. Was there anything the ref was doing, like weird games or anything? Because I know you guys had other guys come in and jump in.
No, I mean every ref's different. It's it's not them, it's us that has to adjust to them, and just didn't adjust well enough today. They did an alright job at it. They didn't do anything crazy, but we just got to adjust better.
John, I know you said you think Chris is better and think the face-offs are better this year. Is this a long-term concern? Kind of what you saw today.
Well, I guess the next game will tell us. We won't know. It's been a concern for us in the past, but I thought Chris has really come a long ways. We've changed some technique there, and I think he's right. A couple of the times we jumped, we shouldn't have, because it put us in man-down situations. I think they had three man downs or man ups for them in the first half. So we've got to adjust to that, but it's a very difficult thing because these guys are trying to get any advantage they can, and all of a sudden you start losing a few. You've got to try to react to it, and it hurt us especially in the second quarter. I thought Austin came in and really fought for it and scrapped for it, so he got some experience today.
This is for Matt and Kevin. Problems at face-off, that's just old story to you guys. You've endured that before, but today, in the past, you've mostly been able to overcome that. Today, it looks like everything. I'm not going to blame this just on face-offs. It looked like they beat you up to ground balls. It looked like they played better on defense and were more optimistic on offense. To me, it looked like a total kind of Maryland victory. You guys get that feeling in the minutes after the game?
I thought they did a good job. Just like Coach Desko said, they had a couple freshmen come in, and they played like they were seniors. They're dangerous. They're deep, just like us. We got down on a couple face-offs. I thought Chris did a good job coming back in and kind of getting back into it. But I think at that point we were already a couple goals down. I think a lot of it is just communication. We've been practicing a lot in practice. Obviously we can get better, but I think we'll look at the film and we'll take some good things out of it, and that'll lead us into next week.
I think the best thing about today is that we can't play any worse all around as a team. It's never one guy or one position's fault. Somebody is having a down day, then the rest of the team has to step up and not, play poorly also. So, I think from the attack, we had uncaused turnovers. Defensively, we gave up some lapses, and I just think as a team collectively, we need to step it up and move forward here.
And Matt, a follow-up for you. Now, this is a defense that's been so good for so many years under Coach Rogers. Now, you gave up 16, last week to Albany, you gave up 16 again today to Maryland. Is this gut check time? You're a senior, you're a captain. Is this gut check?
Yeah, definitely. I think we lost probably one of the best leaders that's been here since I've been here, Brian McGill, last year. But we can't use that as an excuse anymore. In the first couple of games, we could kind of say, we lost these guys, but I think it's our time to step up now. I think Sean Young did a good job, Brandon Mullins did a good job, Bobby Tate did a good job when he came in, so did Ryan Palasek. So again, I think we're just going to have to look at the film, and I think it is gut check time for all of us. We certainly can't give up 16 goals ever again, and I think if we can keep it under 10, I think we have one of the most potent offenses in the country. So, I think we keep it there. I think we'll be pretty successful the rest of the season.
Kevin, what did the Maryland defense do to slow down the attack today?
We knew coming in that they were a good defense. We thought we got out to a good start actually, and we had some good dodges on our men. And I think when they started to possess the ball a little bit, it was more of us pressing, trying to make things happen too quickly, and making some uncaused errors. And obviously we need to give them credit. Their goalie made some good saves.
Kevin, was there ever an effort issue for you guys during the game? Were you there energy and it was just a bad game, or
Yeah, there should never be an effort issue. Everybody gave it 100%, and that's never really a question.
For Kevin and for Coach, Maryland defense came out and played you guys real tight, and for at least the first half of the game, the slides weren't really there. They weren't looking at the slide like they wanted to force you guys to score, sort of one-on-one, knocking up off-ball goals. Was that something you guys were expecting?
Well, they were denying our attack the ball when our middies were dodging early on, and I think that's why we scored quickly right away. We sensed that. Then they started showing to us a little bit more. And I think they had certain people they were going to go to quicker than others. But really, it comes down to how much offense did we play. Guys are fresh, waiting to go in, and we're on offense. We're watching the defense play defense almost that whole second quarter. And then, like Kevin said, I think we're then you go and you have to play catch up because you're down so many goals. You tend to force things, shoot a little too quickly, and they just they value their possessions. They play well.
Coach, when you come off a game like this, and I know it's fresh, is the mindset sort of what can we take out of this game and do better, or this just it happened, let's just move on and figure it out?
Well, we've got to show the guys right and wrong, especially from the film, because it's one thing to talk to them about it during the game, and sometimes when the game's up and down, you don't get a chance to talk to them about every little mistake. So I think when they see it for themselves, they learn from it and they try not to make the same mistake again. So it's we have to focus on it. We got to get obviously ready for UVA, but we've got to show the guys their mistakes today and what they did right today so that we can keep growing from it.
It seemed like Dom started off great, made a ton of saves early, and then they went on their run, scoring a lot of goals in a row, and then he went to Bobby. What were your thoughts on your two goals?
Just for a change-up, they stuck a few from the outside on Dom, and it wasn't like we had gotten a lot of pressure on the shooter's hands, so they were good shots and well-placed shots. Just looking for a change-up, a little spark for the defense, thinking that maybe Bob could make one or two of those saves that Dom didn't, and the percentage shots they had, especially going forward from there, weren't easy for Bobby either.
Coach, can you talk about the decision to put Randy up on the first line and Derek with Nicky Golasso on the second line?
I'm sorry, who went on the first line?
Randy Stats.
I mean, attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put him in attack, not on the first line midfield. And we hope to possess the ball. Randy's been playing well. Randy's a terrific player, and he's got good vision. He can dodge. He finishes well, and I think the whole team saw that he needed to be out there as much as he can. And but Derek's a great player too, and we got to get him on the field. So we decided to move in with a second group for some good off-ball movement. And had we had the ball more, you would have seen more of a mix on attack too, some substitutions there, some rotations. but we didn't have the ball to be able to rotate them in, so that was the reason for that.
Coach, Coach, does this kind of preview how life in the ACC may be, where any team can beat anyone any given week?
Oh, sure. I think so. One of the questions earlier about the number of goals we're giving up, we got to stop the bleeding there and be smarter about that, and be smarter with our offense too. They've got to look up, see the scoreboard, and possession time, and get some possession time ourselves.
John, how frustrating is it? I mean, you made it a point to tell us, that the issues at the X have been something we worked harder at in the off season, studying all the film, and then how tough is it to kind of come out and watch almost like a nightmare repeated of the championship game, a game where you're kind of going back and forth, you're winning 3-2, winning 4-2, and then you blink and you're losing 9-4 without even really touching the ball.
Yeah, well, I think we got caught in a difficult situation. We were battling early on, and all of a sudden there's a couple of violations, and it's hard for a face-off guy to go out there knowing that now if he jumps early, going to be a violation. So that, a lot of times you get out there, now you hesitate, and the other guy isn't because he's not in that situation, so he's moving early or moving quicker on the whistle, and he's getting the possession, so you find yourself in a catch-22 there. And then we go back and we have some violations. Now we're man down, and we've thrown a little gasoline on the fire.
Time for 2 more questions.
Coach's first grade look at Nicky Golasso. What did you think of his play today?
Well, I wish he had played more. I would like to see him out there more on offense, but we didn't have the ball to do it. I thought he was solid out there. The one, he had the one pipe. I wish he'd hit the inside pipe, not the outside. But I thought he looked confident. He's running well. And, he's shooting hard, so it doesn't seem to be any. Doesn't seem like the injury has slowed him down at all. So he's back to full force.
Last question for Syracuse.
As a follow-up to that, as he gets his feet wet with so much offensive depth, what type of role can you expect him to play for you?
Well, I would think, more and more as the weeks go on, it's, we haven't been a team that's going to go to one guy all the time. So, we hope to plug him in as one of the pieces to the puzzle offensively. And, and let's give him some time, see how he does out there. And I'm sure he'll insert himself more as the weeks go on.
Last question.
John, real quick. You talk about Maryland's style, and I kind of really expected to see almost a replay of that, semifinal game several years ago where they did possess the ball. They didn't really only have one stall warning until they really took their foot off the gas at the end when it was over. But in terms of this team ended up with 50+ shots, is that evidence of what? You losing your composure, them winning all the face-offs, them winning ground balls, or just a combination of all that?
Well, I think it's a combination. They play disciplined offensively, but they will go from defense to offense. They'll try to get breaks. You can see, off their face-offs, they do a lot of picking for their face-off guys. The face-off guys at the poles will throw it to an attack and pick for that person. So they'll get some quick goals off of that too. We saw that on film from the week before. So I think they're just they played very smart and again efficient offensively. Got some breaks and shot the ball well and were good when they needed to be on defense.
Okay, guys, thank you.